Well, good evening, ladybugs and yellow jackets. Welcome to the beginning of the show. Today we begin with the strange case of the death of Count Morbid. I'm not sure what that sound was.
I'm only mostly dead.
Yes, only the strange case of the mostly death of Count Morbid. Yes, so whew, okay, I think also Gunther might be having some kind of a weird connectivity issue because he was literally in the wings 2 seconds ago and now he is not. But first things first, as you guys all know, like, subscribe, and today, humbug the share button. So, bloop, bloop, share, get all your friends here. It is always better and more fun with more people out there watching. And then...
Share the misery. Okay.
Yeah, that's... Man, I feel like I have
It's humbug. I'm going with the humbug.
Humbug.
It's more fun with friends.
It's okay. Half the country has had internet connectivity issues this week and last week, and
well,
it's okay.
Also, of course, as you guys know, shout out to today's sponsor, which is Heartsong Arts Pottery. You guys, you are familiar with them. They are a small business dedicated to both functional and fantasy pottery that is Fae inspired. Fairy houses and mugs, platters, and an assortment of other Fae inspired work are all available for 10% off all sales of $50 or more at their Etsy store. Woohoo! Links in the low bar. And they welcome fairies of all types, Seelie and Unseelie alike, to examine the work in their shop. All sales are guaranteed to be delivered if you ordered them by December 10th. That was 5 days ago. So they you are cutting it kind of close if you're ordering now, but they will give you free shipping on top of your order, even if it doesn't make it there quite on time. But you still actually should have time to get 10 days. Should be plenty of time. But
it's not a guarantee, but very likely.
Yeah, not a guarantee, but very likely that it will be on time. And of course, if you mention fairyblossom, you will get that extra free shipping. So please check out Heartsong Arts Pottery. Their information is in the ticker in the low bar. And of course, thank you to them for sponsoring our show today. There's Gunther, sort of. Oh, there you are. Okay. Yes. And so with that said, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Fairy Princess Lolly, your host, and I am here now with Jarl Hammerhands. Allegedly. And Ion the Leprechaun.
Ideally do.
And Count Ebenezer Morbid III.
Line.
Humbug.
Humbug.
Yeah, humbug. Nutcracker. No?
Nutcracker.
And famous Dana the Boggin.
Yeah.
Hello. So I too have a cute little mug. I took a drink from it earlier, but I had brushed my teeth, and so my water was disgusting.
Question for or about famous Dana. During winter, is she a toboggan?
You know, some people might think that I am the right size for sledding down hills, but you know, when you fall
off
the sled, you just keep rolling when you're my size. So it becomes a great snowball.
Like I don't know how it's a thing. You're 5 feet small.
A toboggan is one of those sleds that goes like in a chute, right? Like a.
That's a luge.
Similar, yes.
No, luge is what happens to house luge.
One of the circular shield kind of sleds.
Yeah.
That's not quite a toboggan, but okay.
But it's an Olympic sport, right? I have a sneeze and it's not.
Tobogganing is not an Olympic sport.
What's the one that's
However,
I just told you what it was.
Bobsledding.
Bobsledding.
Or luge. There's also one called skeleton, amusingly enough.
Also, the Jamaicans have a bobsled team.
There is a brilliant way that Robin Williams explains the luge that I can't do right now till after hours.
I want to know how the Jamaican team practices their bobsledding.
In a bathtub.
What?
Out of country.
Oh, I mean, way out of country, I guess, because it's not like they can just go up to Florida or anywhere on the East Coast until you get like way north. So they have to go. What? Do they have fake snow down there, and they just like have a?
First off, they're probably not the only country that has to go somewhere to practice.
They do have epic amounts of grease.
But they do have John Candy as their coach.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least based on the movie, part of the reason there was a bobsled team from Jamaica was because they're really good at sprinting. Because when you start the sled, or at the starting line, a lot of it is about the sprint before you jump in. So basically, when you get a running start, having world-class runners is a good call. It's why bobsled is also one of the sports where at least one other summer Olympian has transferred over to bobsled for that exact reason, because the running speed translates well to that. Usually they're not the driver.
I feel like I've just watched the Olympics analyzing on NBC.
I think humbug style, right?
Of those, skeleton racing seems the scariest. Like, because you're going head first. There's not a lot between you and this slide.
What is skeleton racing?
Basically, if you take off the bobsled and just have the middle part, like basically just the middle of, what are they called? Skates.
It's like boogie boarding on your belly going down the chute.
He's not wrong.
It's face first luging.
Yeah.
I don't know what luging is.
He's going feet first on your back. And you
luging is like feet first skeleton racing on your back.
So like being in a water slide.
You're not supposed to use the previous one in the definition of the next one, really.
I know, that's why I'm hilarious.
It is, obviously.
Yes, it's very similar to a water slide, except you have an actual device between you and the slide.
And you're slightly more likely to die than at a water park.
Or rack yourself really bad.
Why is it so harmful if all you're doing is going?
Because the chutes aren't exactly straight.
Well, first off, I think you can hit 90 miles an hour, can't you?
Yes.
I think
that's
so.
very fast.
Yeah, they're going really fast.
Yeah.
How do they go so fast?
It's downhill.
Flexing their kegels.
So there's gravity, and ice is very slick.
I don't believe it in gravity. I believe in intelligent falling.
Ion, up to you.
Falling is dumb.
Intelligent falling is the belief that angels push everything down.
What?
Angels going down? What?
Angels push everything down.
Instead of things falling, that invisible angels push everything down to the ground.
Intelligent falling.
I don't think I can be on the show anymore.
Wow,
I think that's a lot of holy horse manure.
I'm learning quite a few new things today. I've never heard of all of these things, let alone realize they were a sport. And I mean, yes, gravity, downhill, I get it, but still, going 90 miles per hour with just your body in like a water tube.
Like I said, you should look up Robin Williams' description of the luge. It'll make you giggle.
Pretty much anything Robin Williams does will make him.
I would do it on the show, but you'd probably fire me.
Well, it's Robin Williams, and his comedy wasn't always the
PC.
Not PC, PG.
Okay,
he had a lot of R-rated comedy.
So. This is definitely, if it's not R, it's very close.
Well, so I was planning today to just open this one gift that I got, and then
Did you decide you want to open all of them at once?
No, like I realized I had a whole bunch of things that suddenly came, and now I'm like, I want to open all my presents because I've been waiting to open them. So I don't know. Do you guys care if I open presents and share it with you all?
Kind of do, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just kick you out of the stream, and then you don't have
Why
to
do
worry
you?
about
Why? No. You're supposed to save your presents for Christmas. What's wrong with you?
Well, one of them is a birthday present. The other one, I don't know if it was even supposed to be a Christmas present. It was just a present that I got in the month of December. That doesn't mean it's supposed to be a Christmas present necessarily.
It's supposed to be a Christmas present.
How do you know?
Why don't you open up the one
know
that's supposed
things.
to be a birthday present first?
The one that
And
was
then we'll
supposed to be a birthday present first? Okay.
Right.
So that one came in this very cool pink package. Yeah. At least that's what we think it is. I have literally received it so late that we're mostly sure that that's what it's supposed to be. I love this pink though. Also, in other fun news, so when we go down to the Zoo Lights this weekend, I will have the mythical meats to distribute to all of you guys so that we can do our mythical meat the mythical meatening taste testing next Wednesday on the show, which will be, by the way, also our last show until the end of the year will be next Wednesday.
Call it a mythical meat cute.
A mythical meat cute. We have
It's the wrong version of meat, but yeah.
oh
Yeah.
wow. Things are so hard to open. Yeah, no, we have all different kinds. There's like chupacabra and unicorn, and I think there's a Bigfoot one. There's a Nessie. There's, I don't know, centaur, I think. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to embiggen myself really quick so you guys can see. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to opening them, and we all get to try them. Let's see. Doink. Yay. Okay.
Oh,
So,
I remember we used to talk about another mythical animal at one of our events, which was something called a zebra, which I don't think is real.
a zebra. What?
Yeah. Remember, we had the unicorn shoes, the nightmare shoes, the kelpie shoes, and then
those are all very real creatures, but I don't know if I
Yes.
believe in a striped horse.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
It is. It's
a horse of a different color.
Of multiple colors, apparently.
What?
okay. So this is, oh yeah, this is very exciting. Okay, this vendor makes food jewelry, one of my favorites.
Why do you have wrapping paper on your head?
And I don't have wrapping paper on
Did
my
you just
head.
say food is one of your favorites?
No,
Food is one of her
jewelry,
favorites.
tiny food jewelry. I love it, and I have a candy cane, so I really want to eat it because
Because
Ooh,
you
what
just
color
had toothpaste. It
But
looks
yeah,
weird.
I'm not going
I
to
like
because
it.
I just had toothpaste.
Cover it back
What?
up. It's okay.
What?
I can't see nothing. What is it?
I'm getting there. Quit being so impatient. I don't want to break it.
I mean, that just looks like something brother will eat later.
I don't know where the open part is.
It's
Okay,
probably
there we go.
the part that's opened.
No, it's stuck closed. Like it's sticky right here, so it's stuck closed.
That's why I quit
So-
smoking.
It's open on the inside, right? That's where open is.
Yeah, very funny. Okay, here it is. Oh, it's so cute. Look at it. Okay.
Is it a decoder ring?
It looks like a decoder ring.
close.
Did you break the decoder ring?
Milk and cookies.
Yeah, it's like a little teeny tiny plate of milk and cookies. Isn't it like a gingerbread
It's-
man?
It's got
Yeah.
a Santa cookie on it.
I
The
know, Christmas
the-
cookies. What?
the decoder ring. The decoder ring says drink more malto meal. By the way, it would be funny if you got rings that were like a little fireplace and a little Santa next to it.
I mean, that might actually be a thing that exists. You never know.
I mean, at least the ring was
Oh.
Santa, I imagine.
There's a tiny little Santa cookie on here. Did you see the little Santa cookie?
Yes,
Uh,
you did.
By the way, still Countess, still Dorian had a message about her present. and
Still Baroness Dorian.
Well, so I know
Well, Baroness.
we have all of us here have got our Yule cat socks into the snail mail, and so those are all sent out. And I want to say more than 50% of all the Christmas cards are also sent out. So I'm planning to finish it. I love it. Oh, this is so cute. All right, let's see. It says, wait, my Christmas present. I had a Christmas present coming from you? I didn't even know. See, look.
She took an arrow to the arm, and therefore it's going to be late.
I heard she took a whole building to the arm.
Yeah, a whole building.
Like an entire building smashed into her arm.
Dorian doesn't do anything small. It's go big or go home.
Frank also lost an arm
by Dorian's minions, right?
Yeah, well, possibly. I don't know. It was young people at Canterbury. I don't know that there was any one specific person. I do have his arm somewhere if Dorian needs it. Although I
don't think
I have a spare right arm.
A spare right arm.
Yeah, no, I still have the arm that fell off Frank somewhere.
You have to be specific, or otherwise the thumb's on the wrong side.
Okay, so I have another present. Can I open it?
No, I told you no.
You are not the boss of me.
Then why do you keep asking permission?
Because I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be polite.
Stop asking permission, fairy princess.
It's not polite. It's not polite if you're going to ignore the answer.
Right.
Well, if somebody had an actual good objection other than just no because I said so.
That's like your entire argument.
It's good. It's nice and polite to give people the opportunity.
If it's from Carl Gunther, then I would say that he does have a right to say no.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure, everybody has a right to say no. I also have a right to not listen.
Then don't ask because it's not polite.
Why? Because what is it?
Because
really?
when we ask
I should. Because what if he had an actual good reason for why I should wait or not do a thing?
Because
how many times do you
say
no, just no because no is not a good reason.
But that's what I say all the time.
Let's just briefly cut through this. What constitutes a good reason?
Always.
Not just no because I said no, because haha, not a good reason.
No.
A good reason, for example, might be like, hey, look, your chair is on fire behind you. Maybe you should put that out and then open your present. Good reason.
Your chair's on fire behind you. Maybe you should put that out before.
Gunther had a good reason, which was it's not Christmas.
That's right.
He provided a perfectly good reason.
Well, this isn't a Christmas present, so what difference does it make?
How would you know?
Because I bought it for myself?
Then it's not a present.
Exactly.
What? Yes, it is. You can totally give yourself presents. What?
You know what? I know quite a few people
I think you should
that argue that.
I think it's clear that you're going to open it anyway, so why don't you just proceed?
I just got back.
I've opened it.
I got back from Target where I got myself some presents of like denture soaks, and I got myself a present of like some toilet bowl cleaner.
Yeah,
denture soaks.
Life is like way more fun if you consider everything you buy for yourself a present. And since
think of the wrapping paper.
And these ones are like they come in the mail and they're wrapped up, and you have to open them, so they're presents. So thanks so much for having me on the show.
You're welcome. Thanks
this
for
is one of our authors. No,
let's get our next vendor on.
This is one of our authors. We don't have a vendor tonight, and they wrote this book, the Fair Isle Trilogy.
It's all the trilogy in there.
Yep, it's all the fairy books that are in here. So
does that make it one book and not a trilogy because it's just one book?
No, it's a collection. I'm with Lolly on this one. It's a collection. It's still 3 books. It's like I have a collected work of Shakespeare, and it's not one play.
I have a collected work of Neil Gaiman and Robert Jordan.
So I'm just saying that because you can buy the things from her shop and then she signs them. Yay!
What does
And
it say?
It says to Fairy Princess Lolly, and then it just is her signature.
It doesn't say the very Princess Lolly.
It says to Fairy Princess Lolly.
Oh. So when
I
did
don't
you
know.
stop being very again?
I don't know. And I'm also waiting for, well, so we don't have our guests yet. I don't see them, and I will check in and see if they are.
Do we have a wheel to roll then?
I also have a collection.
I think I mentioned before, but the closed
You got a
captioning,
collection of chocolate-covered cherries.
Damn straight.
closed
chocolate
captioning for
cherries.
this show usually does turn
Well,
it into Fairy Princess. If the guest
So-
doesn't show up, I can just start reading a Christmas Carol.
No,
I
if the
was
guest doesn't
told
show up, we start doing show and tell again, Count Wilbur. You got your
that
stuff
if-
ready.
Next year we go ride the Christmas ferry. That it needs the ferry needs to be named Princess Lolly.
Did you say ride the Christmas ferry?
Yeah,
She didn't say ride the lightning, that's for sure.
Ask
So-
the Christmas ferry first.
Okay, so you guys, I have a mystery, and I need your help solving it.
Why?
Let's go for it. Let's solve the mysteries.
Well-
We're the Scooby Gang.
We also have a drawing to do as well, but
Who drew it?
so today, no, a drawing, like as in, never mind. I don't know why I even try. Okay, first things first. So today I was
don't worry,
packing
Lily.
things up, and while I was packing up Yule socks to send out, because you bring all these boxes with you from your human job, Gunther.
I have
Your
one
job-
car.
Yes. So you're always bringing us boxes, and then sometimes the neighbors give us boxes because they know that we're always sending things out. Hey, Rocky. Hey, Katie. Hey, everybody. I see you guys out there. And so this is what was on the outside of one of the boxes that I pulled off the porch, and I want to know if you guys can tell me.
Sup, Flora the Sleepy?
True. Let's see. If you guys can tell me what you think, I guess, was in this box. Here.
Oh, it's that box.
What is this? Does anybody know?
It tells you right there.
What?
I think
That's
it's a
it-
flavor of.
what's in the box.
I think it's a flavor of ice cream.
What is a red brass nipple?
First off, there's 25 of them.
That's what's out there.
It's a drink you can order at a bar.
Why is there an odd number of nipples? Is what I want to know.
So,
So,
you want
so
to
you,
know
can
what that
you can have
is?
an extra one.
Like, do you actually want to know what that is?
I think there were leftover pieces when they put together that new brass statue at the mall.
I think there was leftover pieces when they put you together, bud.
Why would there be leftover pieces? I'm way more than I
Spare
should be.
parts. Somebody's got to be spare parts.
All right, you guys. Well, our guest correspondent is down
spare parts.
in the wings, and I'm
Would
gonna
you
bring
like to
them
know
in.
what this is before we part?
Nope, we're gonna pop the question onto them. Hello, Boom. I see you down there.
Hi. I also have a Betty who you didn't invite, but she decided to crash.
Well, Boom, you have
Yes?
the whole screen now. So, welcome to the show. What is a red brass nipple, do you think?
Something red, something brass, and is a nipple.
I mean,
I
So-
don't know. That sounds like a question for somebody who's older than me.
I don't know. It was just what was on the label of the box that I actually
What kind of milk comes out of a red brass nipple?
I don't know.
Strawberry.
rusty.
Probably gross. It's probably
usually-
gross.
Usually, it's cold water.
Copper.
Do you want to know what it is?
And to be honest, I don't know. You said that somebody older than you should answer that question, but that basically means Count Morbid should answer the question because he's the oldest of us all.
That makes sense to
And-
me.
Yeah, yes, that until you hear the kinds of answers that come out of Count Morbid's mouth,
Oh.
and then you know he probably shouldn't answer that question.
I
So
come from
play
a
after
distant
dark?
time. I come from a distant time when MTV played music videos.
I remember.
No,
My human
that time does
remembers
not
that.
exist.
We
That was
call
a-
that the 80s.
That was an alternate history timeline.
Yeah, no, that
Oh.
during the Victorian era, MTV played music videos.
Yeah,
Victoria
before
did. I
was
video
just
killed the
there.
radio star.
I didn't
In the
see any MTV videos there in Victorian England. I was just there.
You were in the wrong area of town.
Ah, that makes sense.
Well, so before we get you to do the whole proper introductions, we are going to do our drawing very quickly here for this year. Excuse me. This week's, I had a hair in my face. Nope, I still have a hair in my face. It's right here. I don't know. I can't see it, but I can feel it. And for this week's giveaway, which was our mystery box, and let me grab my little share button so that you guys can all see the wheel. The wheel of win. Here we are. What color do I want to make it? Green. Let's do this one. Okay. And I think I also have to put, yikes. Oh, you guys are all so quiet.
I'm always quiet.
Noise.
But I have your fan art for you, Flora, so I'll share that here in a second. I'm excited to share it with you.
Does this fan art have pants?
No.
It has a skirt.
There we go.
I'm much more modest in this updated version. I'm quite pleased.
I'm not
Like-
nearly that modest.
I don't know. I mean, the last one was, woo!
The skirt was really nice.
All right, let's see. I still thought it was cute, even though I was like, oh.
I
Flora.
loved it.
Okay, so I think that's it. And create the wheel. All right, here we go. Boom!
I
Mystery
don't
box
like the
winner.
colors of the wheel.
That's my name.
Robert W. Congratulations, you are the winner of
Go,
the mystery
Robert.
box. Yes. Huzzah!
Yay, Robert.
Huzzah.
Hey.
What did Robert win?
The
A
mystery
life-
box with
It's a
stuff with all the
mystery.
goodies.
I'm not okay with that.
Did he win any red grass
I'll
nipples?
show you what some of
Yeah,
the goodies were, but it's just out of reach down there. So that is a thing. All right. With
So
that said,
for the
then,
record, Arwina,
Yes?
you are not wrong.
No.
However, do you know what it's for?
wait, what? What are we talking about?
What?
It's the brass small.
Yeah, that is what a red brass nipple is. However, it's a double-threaded, it's threaded on both sides, and it's a pipe fitting, and it screws into a pipe to join two pipes.
That
Well,
sounds
I like
science.
everything that my imagination came up with way better than that answer.
I don't know. Screw
You
it.
know, I
Screw
did
it.
too when I first walked into the back. I was like, "What are we doing with a bunch of brass nipples back here? And why
I
are you
don't know.
billboarding them?"
Joining two pipes and screwing doesn't sound that boring to me.
Wow. I don't even know
Depends where
right
you're
now.
from.
It's got
I
it's
love
got
your
threading on
background
both
so
sides for it too.
much.
It's kind of nice.
Thank you.
See, Gunther, I want lights like Boom has. All right, Boom,
Your
please
your
introduce
parasol
yourself
is amazing.
officially to,
Thank you. That was a gift.
Yes, officially, please tell us who you are and introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi. I am Boom, the color explosion
Chakalaka.
fairy. Usually when I say boom, it's really loud, but there are people sleeping around here, so I can't say it as loud as I normally do. Kids like to say it. It's real easy. 4 letters. I was born in Faywood Grove at Briarwood in Scotland, which is Caledonia, I think it's
Caledonia. Yes.
Caledonia. That was only 5 human years ago. So I'm only 5. I'm just a baby. I'm just now allowed to go do things by myself. But don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
Uh-oh, they leave you unsupervised already?
Some of the people here are much older, but also should not be left alone unsupervised.
I definitely
heard
don't want to
that.
be left unsupervised. That gets crazy.
Well, I live at the Kentucky Highland Renaissance Festival, which is where Briarwood lives. That's what the humans call Briarwood. So, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes, and so you are visiting us here today, all the way from Caledonia, which apparently Briarwood opens its little portal at the Kentucky Renaissance Fair. Yes, the Highland Renaissance Fair. And but I hear that that's not where you were just this last week.
No, normally I hibernate in the winter because I do not like the cold. I like spring and summer where all the colors are and where the warmth is. I don't like cold. But I did manage to visit Victorian England, which is not as fun as Scotland. It's very, very dark and dismal.
Well, what the Dickens were you doing there?
I was meeting Charles Dickens. That's what I was doing.
As a matter of fact,
I met him. He told a very scary story about ghosts and a grumpy man.
Was his name Count Morbid?
Ebenezer? Yeah.
Ebenezer, yes. Ebenezer Scrooge, which sounds like the perfect name for a grumpy person.
So, and if I recall, I believe that in the story, there's at least several pages at the beginning just to make sure you know that Jacob Marley is deceased.
Dead as a doornail.
Yes, he's super dead, and it's important that everybody knows this. So he spends like a page and a half making sure you know that this person is not alive anymore.
Yep. He's dead as a doornail.
Because doornails are notoriously dead. But
yes, they said something about it being better if they used a coffin nail.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't make sense to me. I don't know anything about coffins. Nobody dies in Briarwood.
But he also brings up
people.
What was that?
So you resurrect people? You practice necromancy?
No, they don't kill them.
No. It's like Disneyland that I hear that nobody dies. The first rule of our little area is do not die. It's the first rule. Wait till you get outside the portals, then you can die all you want. No dying inside.
That's a clever rule.
It's a rule that was created 10 years ago. First rule: do not die.
It's funny because if only humans knew how simple immortality is. All you have to do is just not die.
Just not die.
That's right, and then you will live forever.
It's like the secret to flying. The secret to flying is to throw yourself at the ground and miss.
Well, we're not allowed to fly in Briarwood either. There's a no flying. We're a no flying zone.
Yeah, we have no fly zones too.
Every time you see a fairy flying, you have to yell "pull."
Don't ever land on the king when you try to fly. He'll boot you to the ground.
So I have some questions about your visit to the Victorian era.
All right.
Is there any particular exciting Victorian slang that you picked up?
Well, I kept hearing "dead as a doornail," but I don't like death, so I didn't like that one. I did like, I don't know if it's slang, but I did like the ghost of Christmas present, because presents, who said, come in, and know me better, man. That just sounded fun. That was just fun to say. Let's see. What was another one? The ghost
of Christmas present. Is that what happens if you don't get any presents under the tree?
Maybe he's just the present, but
it's just the ghost of the present.
It's just the ghost of present. Was it of the present or ghost of presents? It wasn't made clear to me.
There, every year has a different ghost of Christmas presents. He talks about basically he lives 1 year and then dies, and then
he has a huge family. 1843, he said.
At the time, yeah.
Yes, 1843 of his brothers and sisters came before him.
Yeah. By the way, just real quick, my favorite Victorian slang is "got the morbs."
What?
The morbs?
Should I ask what that means?
Yes, it's being depressed.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought, but just checking.
Yeah.
I thought it was being dead.
So
I've
what
got
you're
a
saying
of being dead today.
What you're saying is Jacob Marley is dead.
Dead.
So, what happens at a Dickens Faire?
Well, at the one that I was a part of, though in the background, was they would have little scenes from the book all day. So we'd start at the very beginning with Jacob Marley as dead as a doornail, and we'd end with a big turkey feast at the very end.
A
With
real
God
turkey
bless us,
feast?
everyone. But it'd go from all day, just little stories that we got to see all day. It was
So it's
fun. And very
It's
cool.
like the Stations of the Cross, but more fun.
Yes.
I don't know
And
the
it was
Stations of the Cross.
surprisingly warm this year, which is why I was able to go this time. We didn't have any snow, any ice, so we did have high winds last weekend, and there was tornadoes.
No, high
In
winds.
December.
That's what we say every time Count Morbid talks. Oh, high,
I mean,
high
it could be-
winds.
it could be hot
Also
winds, like in
depending on
Utah.
what I ate. If I had figgy pudding, there's also high winds.
Oh, wow.
So you have fairy farts? That's what I
think
heard
that
being
question
played.
is for you, Count Morbid.
Somebody said winds, and I heard fairy farts. So that's what
Yes.
I went
No, you're not wrong.
Are fairy farts those things you put in the toaster?
with.
That's toaster
No.
strudels. What's wrong with you?
No, that's
Or
not
Pop
nice.
Tarts.
It's like farting, but with sprinkles.
Yeah, that's Pop Tarts. Yeah.
So were there any Victorian carols that you picked up? Or particular songs?
I don't think we did. There wasn't any like specific to Victorian England carols, but we did do a lot of Christmas carols. Haha, Christmas Carol.
Oh, that's why they named it that. Yeah.
So my favorite of all of them, besides Joy to the World, which is one of my favorites, is we did O Come, Emmanuel, which is
I like
very
that
pretty.
song.
But that was
Manuel's not
right
even
before the
breathing hard.
scene with where they find out that Tiny Tim didn't make it. So,
I'm just saying, you know.
but he did.
I think you're.
Spoilers, he did. He did
I think you're supposed to say spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoilers. He did, but he did live. So that's the spoiler.
One of my favorites
Surprise,
was
not dead.
one of my
No,
favorites
you know-
was the drummer boy. Until I realized
Wait.
that if anybody was outside banging on a drum while I was trying to sleep, I'd probably get mad.
Wait until the book has been out for longer before giving spoilers.
It's been not longer than I've been around.
Well, that doesn't take much.
I've had socks
No.
longer than you've been around, though.
I literally have skid marks in my bloomers longer, or they've been around longer. Just saying.
That is terrible and disgusting. Why would you say that out loud?
Because
Also-
if
I think
I
it's
said
funny
it
that it's
internally, it would
bloomers.
just be part of the internal monologue, and I'm not supposed to have one of those anymore.
Also, do your damn laundry. Or
So
at
That's what
least
brownies
find
are
new shorts.
for. Brownies do the laundry as long as you
You know
feed them
what?
lots of
I
cream.
had a brownie. I had one.
And then
Brownie.
he moved away from me.
Yeah,
Brownie, by the way, is what he calls the streaks in his shorts.
that's. I'll name it after somebody.
Wow. This show is not even waiting today until I guess we're not even waiting until we get to the weird human news segment of the show. Like,
It's-
Does
warning,
anybody
this is
want me
on
to tell
TV
you what the
after hours,
lose is?
folks.
We're already hitting Faye After Dark.
That's
Was
what. Yes.
was,
Well, it's dark.
was
here.
anyone singing?
It's dark
Was anyone
here, too.
singing "God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen" or "Give Us Our Figgy Pudding"?
We did both. We did God Rest You Merry Gentlemen and We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
Ding buzzer done, ding buzzer
We
done.
sing-
They don't
we sing
sing
about-
that. That's not appropriate, Fairy Princess
God Rest
Darling.
You Merry Gentlemen, O come Emmanuel, O come all ye faithful, angels we have heard on high.
I like that song.
Angels
that.
we
I mean-
have heard while high.
Rum-pa-pum-pum.
They say I'm high a lot, so I understand that one. Decks the Halls, and Here We Come a Wassailing,
Oh, I love that song.
and one more. What was it? Here We Come a Wassailing. We Three Ships.
We really should have prepared some like Victorian Christmas carols.
We should have, but they would have got the closed captioning wrong.
Maybe we should filk some Victorian Christmas carols.
Filk.
What?
Oh, I'm so bright compared to everybody else. Oh.
Well,
I know.
Rum-pa-pum-pum.
I am very bright. Look.
What
So
do you mean?
bright.
Well, I am a
I don't-
rainbow, so
I don't understand what you mean.
I have Las Vegas behind my head.
Actually, by the way,
mine could probably do that too if I hit the button.
I was going to ask two things of boom.
Yes.
Which was one, if we could get a spin and twirl of your whole look, and also if we could see your parasol closer.
Well, we can't do a spin and twirl today. I'm sitting on my bed.
Ah.
There's no space. There's no space in this house for a spin and twirl.
Ah.
But I can probably do something later in the week where I can get out there and have somebody film me.
Well, I just meant seeing all angles of your selfness.
I can probably try if you don't mind me being a little clumsy. But let's do the parasol first.
Yes.
Okay, let me embiggen you really quick.
Sorry.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh,
Block myself for a second.
What?
Ah, there
Oh
we
my
go.
God.
Mhm.
It's like a rainbow threw up.
I get told that a lot.
I mean, I can
Just
kind of
making
see.
everybody dizzy.
Oh God, spitting in his bad. Spitting in his bad. Oh my God.
That is very pretty.
No.
Why is
So,
it so
skip
angry?
to that. My first year.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, this is fun.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize quite how horribly inconvenient it would be.
Well, it's a big poofy. I can do a little bit of it. It's a big tutu underneath.
Now, did you have to go in disguise to the Dickens Faire, or is this how
Yes.
you went dressed to the Dickens
I had
Faire?
to go in disguise because I was very specifically told there was no rainbows allowed.
No. Yes, no rainbows allowed in dank,
Stupid rule.
dark.
But I am
Victorian
going to
England.
surprise. I am going to make one for next year, so that I can surprise them on the very last day. In
A rainbow?
Victorian outfit. Rainbow Victorian boom. It's gonna be great.
No, what you do is you have all the interior bits of it, this works better for male clothing, I suppose, like to have the lining of the jacket be rainbows or something. Or
Well, I have an excellent Mary Poppins coat that I use because usually I'm the one dressing everybody and making sure that everybody's, hurting the cats, the actors. So I have this excellent coat that has excellent pockets that I bet I could do some fun lining too on the inside.
There's some utterly ridiculous transformation outfits that I've seen. Like, I mean, for example, Disney Princess is a good example where somebody will do a transformational outfit from like Cinderella at her stepmother's to Cinderella at the ball, where they basically like reverse the skirts have like some kind of reversible transformational thing if you're feeling very extra.
Oh, I'm always feeling extra. Have you seen me?
No, because I've gone blind.
One day you will have to meet somebody who's really good at the gossip and the story. You have to meet Aben the Brownie. She's the one who she's in charge of me and everybody else in Faywood Grove. She's also knows who Hob is for the Fay Mafia, and she's the boss of them as well.
Wait,
so
she's the boss of the Fay Mafia?
Yeah, she her when she goes because she's
Must
brown.
be the fairy godmother.
So when she gets mad and she gets angry, she turns into like a hobgoblin or a bogle. Because in brownie lore, if you anger a brownie and push them past their limits, they turn into some kind of goblin or bogle. They turn evil.
I'm here to make you a fairy bargain that you can't refuse.
They turn unseelie.
Yeah, it does. She does, and she becomes Hob, the leader of the Fay Mafia.
If you're not careful, you'll wake up with glitter in your bed.
That would be what my job would be, because she doesn't touch glitter. I'm the only one allowed to touch glitter.
There's a kelpie head. There's a kelpie head in your bed when you wake up.
No, she doesn't tell me that
unicorn?
stuff. That's secret stuff that she doesn't tell me.
A unicorn head when you wake up in your bed.
I actually was one time many moons ago when Wotan the Barbarian and I were on a prank roll with one another. we were on a pranking roll with one another. So we were pranking each other back and forth. And I recall opening my luggage one day to find a zombie leg.
That's terrible.
That he had.
That's like lunch for later. What are you talking about?
Snuck in there.
Oh yeah,
that is not a prank. That is not a prank. That is a very thoughtful gift.
A very thoughtful gift, yes, from the barbarian. Oh, wait a minute.
So many uses.
You're saying that all this time he was actually just trying to tell me that he liked me, sort of like pulling my hair or something on the playground.
Yes,
he was just trying to kick you along.
One
I guess
day,
it could have been worse than a zombie leg if he didn't like you.
Fairy Princess Lolly was very surprised to learn that when Wotan said "fairy smash," what he really meant was, "I love you."
Aww. It's a love story.
I'm pretty sure it's not true, but it's hilarious.
As you wish.
Like, fairy smash.
Love smash.
Like, he
Sleep
was
well and dream of large fairy smashers.
Yes, he used to do all kinds of pranks. I remember coming one time back to my table, and on my table with all my magical supplies, there was like a little rubber cockroach. And I was like, oh, I thought a small youngling had left it there. I was like, oh, like a little youngling left there.
They tend to
toy
do that.
cockroach. But then as I like took another step because I was going around to get behind the table, and I took another step, and then I was looking at my table still. I'm like, oh, there's another one. And then like I looked a little bit further, I'm like, oh, and another one. And the whole table had been lined with cockroaches that led to like a stuffed rubber rat.
Aww.
And so I started with one, and then I was like, wait, and then another, and another, and another, and a rat. And then I was like, nobody left this behind. This was Wotan.
We actually have rats all over Briarwood. We do rat pucking with them.
Rat pucking?
Sorry. Say that again slowly, please.
Pronounce your P's. Rat pucking with a P. We have to say that at the beginning of every game. Pronounce your P's.
So rats with P.
What is rat?
It's like golf with rats.
I don't know if I can even.
Oh, look it up. It's actually a thing that happens at a lot of fairs, apparently. We got taught by somebody, the person who created the game, like years and years and years ago. We do shenanigans, and we try to catch them with nets and everything. We don't play the golf with
I
the
never
pucking.
failed to be amazed at the
But yeah,
game.
it's these little rats that are like filled with some kind of packing, not like cotton or fluff, but something that's a little more solid. And
like
they bounce them on the stakes, and they go cheese, and they send it off, and it goes as far as you can. And there's all these penalties, like if you hit a tree, and if you hit the king, you go straight to the stalks.
Do they hit it with a golf club?
No, it's with a stick. It's just a rat pucking stick. It's kind of like this, like the end of like a broom. Think of a broom handle without the broom on the end.
Flamingos to hit them with, because the flamingos are like important to.
I might have to do that this year.
Okay,
Maybe I'll join
Yes, but that's actually more Victorian. That's more Victorian.
Well, I don't know how close you are to
Faywood.
I don't know how close you are to Faywood or Kentucky.
Yes.
But we do a Fae naming ceremony every year, every weekend during June and July when we show up at Faywood Grove, and we are now opening. Oh, new gossip! We are opening a Fae registry. You can now get your name registered in a book officially and become part of the Fae Mafia.
I do think
Don't tell
The
Abe I
Mafia
said
keeps
that, 'cause I don't
I
think
feel
I'm
like
supposed
this
to
is
say
too
that.
close to the Mutant Registration Act, and I'm not okay with it.
It's just in a big sketchbook. We just
Yes,
and they put their
that's
names.
how it starts.
well, more like a wedding registry.
We'll have to find a way to do it if people want to join from other parts of the world. We'll have to find a way to do it.
I think a lot of
Globally?
people are very excited by the concept
Fae
of
Mafia?
the Fae Mafia.
I think it's
I will
called
speak
Jingle.
to Hob and see what she says.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think the Fae Mafia would be so exciting.
By the way,
I am the distraction. I distract people while she gets.
You know,
stuff done.
By the way,
this is the thing, is that those younglings that Persephone is referring to are up here in my kingdom. And so if they join the Fae Mafia, when they come to our events, I'm going to suddenly have a little contingent of fairies running around like...
Yeah, I have
breaking
some in
people's legs
I have some in
and
Arizona
holding people
because
up
my
for the
human has
insurance money.
nieces
That's
and
terrible.
my human has my human side has 10, 13 nieces and nephews. And last time she went home, she named all of them into the Faywood Grove and made them all part of the Fae Mafia.
See,
So,
I
that's
just
in Arizona, where it's hot.
don't make me take your pinky swearing finger.
Yeah.
Well, if they do things like that, Hob has not told me. I am just a nice distraction, so they think that the Fae Mafia is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. That's my job. I'm the face of it, so nobody knows it's scary.
Is it scary?
Only if you make Hob mad.
Like, you know, if you don't pay the Fae Mafia on time, they're like, call in the Tooth Fairy.
No, they would call in the bone. Yeah, the Tooth Fairy. The bone, not the Tooth Fairy. The Bone Fairy.
Oh,
The Tooth Fairy is a part of all the. The Bone Fairy is in charge of all the Tooth Fairies.
It's a fairy mafia message. It means Victor Brazzi sleeps with the mermaids.
what?
Or the Marrows.
Yeah, sleeps with the Marrows. Yeah.
It'd be a shame if something were
Because I
happening.
know one of the
your-
Marrows. We have a Marrow
mom.
in the Fae Mafia.
Yeah.
Her name is
Oh,
Serenity.
really? What?
Kind of defies her name.
Look, this gossip suddenly got like super interesting. All the things that the Fae Mafia supposedly
I thought the
does.
By
most
the way-
interesting thing was seeing a turkey fight at
By the way-
Victorian England.
I feel like what? I feel like when we're talking about the fairy mafia, we actually need Boom with like a voice distortion, and like in the shadows, like
Yeah, like
But
it's
if you
going
can
at.
see the sparkle,
That's
you
fine.
have to hide the rainbow. If you see the rainbow, they're gonna know it's me.
yeah.
But maybe
We're
that
not
could
going
also
to
be
fairy
your
mafia.
defense. I was framed, and the way that they framed me was they just used a rainbow, so everybody assumed that it was me.
I wasn't there.
No, the
I
fairy
was
mafia-
being
There at the
joyful
time.
with the
I
children.
was on the moon with Steve.
the fairy mafia frames people with actual frames.
That's funny because we have actual frames.
Yeah.
That's
By the way, I want to go back to rat pucking because I
Okay.
have heard that a lot of the events that we go to at a lot of the Renaissance fairs, there's already a lot of pucking that happens, usually after
I have
hours.
a frame.
I
There
I
is.
There's a
really,
lot of
want to,
pucking.
I really want to do rat pucking at our events because this sounds amazing.
Afterwards, I'll see if I can find the link, and I'll send you the link to it. I'm not very coordinated right now to go find it while everybody's doing stuff, but afterwards, I'll send you the link, and maybe you guys can.
And it doesn't have to be rats. It reminds me a little bit of hedgehog bowling, but we would want something that's not a rock.
We were coming up with, for the children, we were going to do ducks, and I had made a couple ducks that looked a little bit more like
Wait.
platypus.
Hold
Like,
on, you were gonna
pucking?
do duck pucking?
we have a duck fairy.
Are
we
you
had-
trying to quack me up or what?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we
not
had
all
a
it's
duck fairy,
cracked up
so we
to
were
be.
going to use duck. He gave us permission to use ducks, so we were going to fling ducks.
That sounds like too much of a dangerous kind of like web of conspiracy.
Oh, that would be Nadee's job, the web of conspiracy.
You guys keep making these bad puns, and you're gonna get billed.
By the way, if we do duck pucking, a lot of people will want to come over and take a gander at it.
I
don't know. So, can I ask you, what did you say in the beginning of the? Oh man, now I can't get duck pucking out of my
It does.
out of my head. What did you say at the beginning of the rat pucking? That they just hit them like in an open field on the ground?
Well, it's open field. We do it down Main Street is what we do. We have
Yeah.
they started a line, and everybody put their stick on the ground, and they get their rat. I wish I had a pencil or something. Like, okay, I have stuffed animals as
Around
well.
here somewhere.
So this is the rat pucking stick. It's touching the ground because you can't lift it up until you fling it. You put the rat on it like this. I'm trying to see if you can see the picture. And then they go, you have to say cheese in order to start. Otherwise, you get a penalty. And they go, cheese. And they fling it as far as it can go.
Can
And
I
if it
use
hits
this
it-
then?
What
So
was that?
wait,
Can I use this to rat puck?
The what's the other end look like?
It's my club. I go
Probably
clubbing
not.
with me.
he likes to go
I think
clubbing.
that'd be cheating.
Really?
It looks like a turkey leg from my angle.
No, this is not a turkey leg.
Good turkey.
This
When you
is-
first showed it, I was like, that looks like a big old turkey
So
leg.
when
This-
people are
this-
rat
there's
pucking,
some weight to it.
When people are rat pucking, are they going? Does everyone take a turn and they go in rounds, or is this like some kind of race?
There is definitely a kind of like rounds. They usually do about 6 rounds, or whoever gets to like a certain number of points first. So you go down the lane. Your goal is to get the rat into the chalice of cheese.
Into the chalice of the chalice of
The
cheese.
chalice from the palace.
Huge goblet. They call it the chalice of cheese.
No.
You pretty much
The
golf
vessel
it
with the
down,
pestle.
No.
and you try to get it in as few, like golf, in as few strokes as possible. The king usually wins. He's fantastic at it. But and then we even have a tournament for tournament weekend where you can win the what is it? The golden rat or the red rat of something. I can't remember what it's called. But you go all the way down the street, down the main street, because we go down Main Street, and they do it like they puck it and where it lands. And you also putting my finger on my nose to tell you about pucking where it lands. And then whoever didn't get the farthest, like, has to goes next, and then the next one. So it's like if you didn't get very far and you're the last one, you go first on your next round, and until we get to the next person. And there's all these rules about how if you can puck at the same time because you're both in the same line. There's rules about if you they call it a beastly fumble. If you do it and it just kind of bounces and it doesn't really go anywhere, or it's either a beastly mumble or a beastly fumble. And
sounds very involved.
And you have a amen scarlet rat. Yes, the scarlet rat. That's my brownie right there.
Your brownie, okay.
The scarlet rat. And so there's all these terms, there's all these little side rules that go with it. So when you go down the street, like you can get penalties for hitting a tree. Like you hit penalties for hitting the tree, you get penalties for hitting the king. If you hit a patron, they can pick it up and chuck your rat back wherever they want to go.
So it's like if you hit your ball out in croquet, or like if you hit someone's ball, you can knock them way out.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yes. We also have, you have people who guard your rats. They're called caddies.
Caddies?
So cats, caddies guarding your rat. And if some of them are so good, they've developed ways to cheat with it. So you can slowly move the rat closer. But if you get caught by the king, then you either get moved back or he does some kind of penalty. Now, pucking where it lies.
So can you bribe the king?
Say if you accidentally puck the rat, and we had one that landed on a lady's fancy hat. And she had to stand there, and they brought like chairs over and things like that, so the person could get our captain. It was Captain Amos, our pirate captain. So he had to puck it from off the top of her head. The only time they don't do that is if it's dangerous.
With this?
Are you sure I couldn't use my club?
Maybe to help just move the rats out of maybe to cheat to hit the rats out of line.
I mean,
but not for, but this game can be so serious during tournament weekend. They even have rules about how long the stick can be, how thick it can be. It can't be more thicker than a thumb. So
have you seen my thumb? It's pretty big.
There's all these rules about what can be in the rat if you're doing a tournament. It's
in the rat.
And there's no playing trying to steal it during tournaments. They take it very seriously.
By the way, boom.
Yes.
Somebody wants to know if you're on the gram.
I'm under Wonky Whimsy. I'm not officially on there as Boom yet.
Yeah,
I think
that's not the gram.
I'm not officially on the gram or the gram of Insta as Boom yet.
Instant gram.
But
I thought there was a drug deal happening. I got scared.
I just
started
growing Boom more. She's just we stayed during COVID and everything. All the plans that we had made to grow more and extend and do more things kind of got delayed. So now I'm just starting to kind of get things rolling again. So I got to get the gram. I got to get the TikTok, because I got a few things on TikTok. The clock.
TikTok boom.
Yeah. Right now, though, you can reach me either on Facebook as Boom the Fairy, or under Faywood Grove, or you could find us through the Kentucky Highland Renaissance Fair on the Book of Faces.
The links, except for the one that I am about to put into the comments. Excuse me.
I saw there were links, yeah.
Yes, they are as usual. They are all in the low bar, so you guys can find them in the low bar description wherever you're watching from. This one that I am going to be adding to the comments for all of you to make sure that everybody gets it. This is a link to the Wonky Whimsy Instagram.
Yep, and that just shows everything I make for Fair and all my artwork and things like that.
Boom needs a sidekick called Shakalaka.
There was one year I was walking down the lane and they started singing boom, 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 and it was great.
Yes, come on, one by one.
There's so many songs. And then there's like boom, boom, boom. That's great. There's a lot of
Gotta get that boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I know that one too. There is something, but I don't know how much longer I have here.
I say that about myself every morning when I see the gray hair.
A little bit longer. Go ahead. What do you have for us?
I wanted to make sure to let everybody know that the king has sent a messenger saying that for the Christmas season, they have a special on visiting our fair.
Okay.
That if you go to the Kentucky Ren Fair interwebs, their interweb site, you can find you can find a link that leads you to a special price, I guess you could say. I don't know anything about money, so I don't know how it works. To visit our fair all season long.
And like a season pass one might say.
If you guys at that Ren Fair do not have Kentucky Fried Turkey legs, you're missing a valuable market.
I don't think we have fried, but we do have turkey legs.
I thought of that earlier, and you beat me to it.
That's a terrible thing to like. You can.
Yes, so if they go to the Kentucky Ren Fair, it's right there. As soon as you open the beautiful page, it says it right there. Everything you need to know.
Here, well, you know what? There's an easy way for us to figure this out. Do you know what their interwebs address is?
Once it passes by in the bottom, I'll tell you. KYRenfair.com.
There it is right there.
Yes, KYRenfaire.com.
Yeah, I see it.
You know, I'm so tired. I thought, what was a Chiron fair?
Here we go.
That's where they don't have Kentucky Fried Turkey.
Right there. Everything they need to know is right there on the page.
What about bluegrass? Do they sell bluegrass?
Yeah.
And yes, it's very, very hot, but we'll be there every weekend, rain or shine.
Yeah. By the way,
Dickens after a tornado, so
yeah. Another suggestion for Boom, because you mentioned various popular songs or current songs with the word boom in them. I would strongly recommend if there's any bardcore versions of those.
Oh, I might have to look.
Yeah, bardcore is amazing. Oh, that's a lovely sign.
Katie, if you're watching, make a note of that.
This
definitely look for bardcore.
There's Elsa.
Actually brings me to the thing, because I know that you also have brought with you a gift for our weekly drawing, and I know what it is, and I know that it might not be relevant to people that aren't able to get there. I also have a thing to add, so we're going to have a little drawing package this week, but please first tell us what you have brought for this week's giveaway.
Well, this week's giveaway is a week you get free comp tickets for the entire weekend for the Kentucky Ren Fair for any weekend that you choose. We'll have to most likely pick them up there because they don't have them in person right now. We just finished Victorian England. We got to come back to Scotland. But we do have for up to 4 people in your party. Okay. So and it's for Saturday and Sunday, free tickets getting into the Kentucky Renaissance Fair any weekend that you choose. And that is from the first weekend in June through 7 weekends, because I don't know when that ends in July.
It's almost the end of July.
7 weekends. So any of those weekends you choose, you could have free tickets in, and you find me, the big rainbow fairy, you'll get fairy named, you'll get little trinkets to go with it. If you have children with you, they'll get fairy wings. You will not go home empty-handed once you even get through. And free water, which is always good.
If they can't make it in person, can they arrange with the fairy mafia to scalp the tickets?
They can if whoever wins, if they know people who would use them, they just have to let me know.
Listen. I know a guy. I'm just saying.
They just have to let me know so I can make sure the right person's name goes on the envelope, so I know.
Yeah, because I didn't know if there was a Dickens Faire T-shirt or anything.
So in addition to the complimentary tickets to the Kentucky Renaissance Fair, and which is where you will find Faywood Grove, and boom,
and the Faye Mafia.
And a lot of pucking. So much pucking everywhere.
Unfortunately, Faye naming always happens during pucking, so we never really get to play.
This week also, so there'll be 2 things for the drawing, which are the complimentary tickets, and then also I'm going to throw in as well, you will be this magic wand. So this is not just any magic wand.
It's a secret compartment one.
You will be the very first person to have the new magic wands that I will be adding to my store here. But they open up in the middle.
You keep your fairy dust in it.
That's right. And they are hollow. And your magic wand will come with an assortment of things that you can add to the center of your wand.
Ooh, nice.
That's too small for rat pucking.
Yes. None of these little baby rats. They're like
it actually will fit in your hair. So you can, if you have your hair in a bun, you can sort of stick it in a bun.
Or in your hat.
Or in your hat. Yes. Also very good for a hat. So it's not a huge, it's not a full size one, but it's not a super short one. It's like medium. So perfect little size to a bunch of.
I was told the wand was a perfectly nice size.
We need a magic word though for the drawing. So magic word suggestions, audience, give us your suggestions for a magic word. That is what we're waiting for.
Why don't we just use Faye Mafia, you know?
Faye Mafia is a good suggestion for a magic word.
I was going to suggest it if you didn't, yeah.
Well, because sometimes people also come up with stuff that we didn't think of. And so, but as you are our guest, you do get to be the final deciding.
Well, you might have to. I can't see what the suggestions are, so you have to tell me what they are.
You can see them. So Count Morbid has suggested pucking.
Pronounce your P's.
Let's see. Lord Voivode has suggested red brass tit.
Nipple. Red brass nipple. Say it wrong.
Let's see. Alicia has suggested variegated Faye. I'm not sure I know what variegated means.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
These pants make my butt look big.
It's like a rainbow.
Oh, nice.
Count Morbid has many suggestions.
Whoa, hold on. Famous Dana. Let's take this
rainbow.
back a bit.
Oh, rainbow.
Did you just know a $10 word? That was like a $10 word.
What about earth-shattering? Earth-shattering kaboom.
They a lot of times they like to use for me as the hair. They like to say the epitome of my name is sparkly noises.
That's why I love you, Famous
sparkly
Dana.
noises.
That's why I love you.
Figgy pudding.
Figgy pudding.
I feel like, Famous Dana, I feel like you should have my turkey leg.
That was the best part of Dickens. We got to eat a real turkey at the end.
Dana frozen?
No, she's giving me resting Dana face.
Oh.
Aiden makes that face. Oh, you guys would be good friends, I think. She makes that face at me all the time.
I'm just saying the angry wood elf gets it from somebody, and it isn't the silver ninja.
Kentucky Fried Cheese.
I constantly see my glare in her eyes.
I constantly see your glare in her eyes too, so that's
Hobbs
fair.
Mob.
Hobbs Mob.
I like Hobbs Mob. That's pretty cute. It's sort of in theme with the fairy mafia, right?
I like Hobbs Mob. That's cute. It's fun to say too.
You remember how I was talking about Robin Williams earlier? He does this whole skit about the fairy mafia and how it has the fairy godfather, and the fairy godfather walks around asking, "Do these pants make my butt look big?"
So
it's Elton John is what he's impersonating.
Mob. All right, so it's decision time. Boom. Hobbs Mob or Fairy Mafia?
I like Hobbs Mob. We got 2 votes for it, so we might as well go with that.
All right, Hobbs Mob it is, you guys.
I did like Sleeping with the Mermaids that Katie suggested.
Sleeping with the mer-
Sleeping with the
Whoa,
mermaids is not
whoa,
something that I'm willing
whoa.
to share on our media because I put in my signature files a link that goes to all of our customers when people buy things. Every time I send someone a
sleeping with the
note,
mermaids
I'm
is
not
too
going to
far.
tell them, please go
Out of
put the magic
curiosity.
word sleeping with the mermaids.
Out of
Not gonna
curiosity,
do
are
that.
you worried because sleeping with the mermaid sounds like murder or sex?
Yes.
I'm just saying that it's not.
I'm not
any
supposed to
worse
know
than
about
butt
any of those
silk.
things.
Duck, duck, fuck.
That could get dangerous.
Okay, Hobbs Mob
Rat
it is, though, you
peppers.
guys. And so for those of you who have never done this before or maybe watching for the first time, the way that it works is this. After the show, only on YouTube, not on Twitch, not on Facebook, go put into the comments after the show, Hobbs Mob, and you will receive at least one entry into next week's drawing. If you want to receive additional automatic entries, you can join our Patreon. You can join our YouTube by hitting the join button, which is different than subscribing. You become a member of the channel, actually. So you can join YouTube, you can join Patreon, you can join our Discord, and you can join our coffee account. Any of those places will get you automatic entries into drawing.
Or you can bribe Fairy
whether-
Princess Lolly with
all
a super
drawings.
cat.
For all drawings, whether they are on Author Reads on Fridays or here at FAE News on Wednesdays. And you do not have to be present to win. If you win, I will have your contact information and I will contact you. So
do they get in? Do they get an entry if they sell or if they send Fairy Princess Lolly a Christmas gift?
Do they get an extra entry if they bribe Fairy Princess Lolly with a super chat?
Ooh.
An extra entry if they no. Alas, while it would be very nice of me, I'm very Sealy. I'm not unsealy.
I'm very Sealy too.
That's a FAE Mafia side hustle.
That's definitely a smart hustle.
To be able to take bribes and give people extra entries. I don't think it would be fair to all of the other people who are the actual patrons, and so I mean,
who said they could do it too if they wanted to?
Yes, everybody bribed me for extra entries.
That's right.
You'll get a whole.
It's not fair to them.
Who said fairies are fair?
I'm fair.
Actually, I think that's in the rules of being a fairy. It's not very fair.
Literally embedded in the word.
No.
Fair.
No,
it means pretty.
Oh, it doesn't mean egalitarian.
Yeah, the fair folk does not mean justice.
In fact, I don't think
does not
that
mean
was even
equality.
a word when they invented the word fairy. Just saying.
Well, boom! It is almost 9 o'clock. Wow, we've had you on for quite a while today. It's been.
I said all about. It's because of the pucking, really. That's why.
It has to be past your bedtime.
I agree.
We're gonna have to figure out how to do a variation on pucking for our midsummer games. That will be fabulous. And
Or you can just teach them about fairy meat.
Well, I know that also Two Rivers Medieval Fair has a really good thoroughfare, and they have the big horse arena in the middle that could be used.
Is that what that's for?
Chalice of cheese?
Pucking. That's right.
I thought that was for us to stumble aimlessly through when we've had too much mead.
Maybe.
And just so you know, a good way to cheat for pucking is to wear really long skirts, and then they can't see what you're doing with the rat underneath it.
Oh my!
Mm-hmm. I've gotten it almost to the pucking green. Doing it that
almost to the puck.
Oh yeah, there's a big circle around the chalice.
I love the smile, Flora.
Are you saying there's been discreet pucking under the skirt where no one can see?
Across your forehead.
Back when I was Magpie, before I made my wish and became Boom, Magpie had lots of skirts that she could cheat at pucking.
Good. A lot of skirts are great for pucking, I hear.
No witness, no crime. Right?
They don't see anything. And I was just helping out the
crier.
crier.
And skirts, that's what I'm saying.
The crier never won. He needed a win.
All right.
Crier, no cry.
Yes. So
there's no crying and pucking.
Whoa.
I'm done. I am done.
Okay. Yes, our magic word, Hobbs Mob. And I'm going to put that into the ticker for you guys. Yes. Yes. Follow those instructions. And with that said, then we shall bid you adieu. And thank you so much for coming on the
Adieu.
show, giving us the
Adieu.
Dickens gossip.
Oh yes. I hope so. I hope I can come again someday.
Oh, I am sure you are most welcome to come back, of course. And besides, there's always gossip that's happening. So, you know,
Oh yes.
a few weeks.
No
Especially as we
boom
get
today.
closer to as soon as we get
Maybe
closer.
boom tomorrow.
Boom every day.
Right? All right. So good
All
evening,
boom all the
and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
I hope you guys have fun too. Bye.
Bye bye.
Go to bed.
Night.
Bye, Felicia.
Go to bed.
No, it's bye. Boom,
It's past your bedtime. Boom. Sleep boom.
boom. That theme is really fun to say like that. Every time you say it, you gotta.
Laura, quit
It's-
opening
it's-
your presents before it's time. No. Bad Flora. Put it down.
Wait,
What if-
Flora's gonna open the gift?
What if she can open it? What if she can
Like
open
that,
it as
that
long as she?
smile that hit your face. You're like, yeah, I am. It's right here. See?
What if she can open it as long as she doesn't use her hands?
Well, so
She's
before
not.
you
She's gonna
open
use
your
scissors.
gift, Flora, before you open your gift, Flora,
Too late.
I think that actually what really we should do is look at your awesome fan art.
Yes, fine. I'll
Did you
wait.
just did your package just hit the floor open and now you're looking at it?
No.
So this
Let's
is
see if
your
she's wearing
fan art.
pants.
So last time we saw this, it was the
That is an amazing cover-up job.
it was a work in progress.
Yes,
right?
it was.
So it was, and now it is a little more discreet, as it should be, probably, to be suiting of Flora. But I think my favorite ad here is the chickens. I love the chickens. I don't,
Those are my chickens too. She used pictures of my chickens.
Oh my goodness. I didn't see that was the back of the one chicken. I just saw its head and was wondering where the rest of its body was.
You know what? I actually was right there with you for a second. I was like, holy cow, it looks like
Yeah.
us. And a chicken head.
And a
Is
chicken
she
head.
now part of Hobbs' mob and just walking around with chicken heads?
No, I think it came out really
It
good.
did.
Oh,
So is
did
your elbow on the chicken?
you hear what happened to Victor Brazzi? He's sleeping with the chickens.
I'm just saying if it's not on the chicken, she's getting her flex on. That's something Gunther does.
So gonna peck your eyes out instead of shoot your eyes out?
Yeah, there's a little bit welcome to the gun show action happening there.
Just like, does this chicken make my gun look big?
If you use a chicken instead of a duck, does that make it cluck pucking?
No. But I do see Don Quixote in the distance getting ready to take out that window.
But if you use a male chicken,
And by the way, thank you, Alicia. You are the person who has been doing these for everybody. So thank you so much. I know that Famous Dana's is next on the list and is being worked on. So I also want to show you guys, though, because Alicia also sent me, let's see, a close-up of the chair that you're sitting on, of just the chair.
Throne. Thank you.
Oh,
I'm just the throne. Yeah.
oh wow, it's very, very Queen Flora up
She's
here.
going really humble, that one.
But look at that. Is that like cool and detailed or what?
Yeah.
It sort of looks
It's
like
very
insert-
beautiful.
I feel like I want to stare at it for a really long time and try to
And do
find
mushrooms.
cool shapes in
Yeah.
the
I've seen a
Mushroom.
dolphin.
like this
A
to me
heart.
looks kind of like a rabbit, kind of like a
But
over
if
on the
we
red
use
side,
a-
that looks like a pair of
Do you
scissors.
see the clown face in it, or is it just me?
we could use a rooster
like
and
a
call it
toucan.
cock tucking.
No, go down by the yellowish part.
here.
There's a clown face right to the right of it.
Oh my god, I see it! Like there's its nose and there's its two eyes right there.
Uh-huh.
Oop. Yeah.
I'm just now mortified that you're sitting on a clown face.
It's Rorschach's throne.
Man, it kind of is.
I mean, it's kind of like something you'd see in a Slipknot video.
Your Slipknot video.
I mean,
Yeah, he kind of is.
yeah, I kind of am.
What?
What?
So what do you got in the package there, Flora?
Oh wait, Flora's opening a package?
Yes.
She's already
Okay.
opened it. She's
Unlike
peeking
when you
inside.
do it. Hi,
Like-
Flora. How you doing?
Like, glitter should explode.
No, glitter should not explode.
No,
Glitter is a
does
hate
explode.
Oh,
Someone's excited.
I don't know. Are we allowed to show this cover?
Ah!
Bye, famous Dana. Bye, famous Dana.
I am very excited.
I
Here's a
bet you
book.
are.
Show us the cover.
Oh, my.
It's from the author that we just had on last Friday, isn't it?
Yes. So Simply Scarlet is the book.
I'm just going to sit here and read for the next.
Just don't read it. Just do
I
not
thought
read
that's all
out
you were
loud.
doing in the first part of the show.
She had to carefully select scenes and chapters to read from the book so as to not run afoul of YouTube, for it is a romance novel.
Is that what they're called?
By the way, that reminds me,
I thought it was
since
called
we were-
smut.
since we were talking about Christmas Carol earlier, I was going to say that Charles Dickens was actually very profound, which is why they called him Deep Dickens.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, you're fired, Count Morbid.
You can't fire someone you don't pay.
You know what's funny?
Yes,
is that they
I
actually have-
absolutely can.
I'm just saying that Charles Dickens was so famous, they made a cider named after him. You know what it's called?
No. But I'm
Say it.
afraid.
Say his last name and cider.
Oh no. No bad joke. Definitely in the after hours.
Oh,
So we're going back
Or
to
did
the
you
fast
say it to
food,
yourself?
the Dickens themed fast
What?
food joint. Is that what we're going to now?
Oh, look, a vendor.
There's not a vendor.
Nope, there is no vendor. Sorry. There's
You're
no cutaway
stuck with
for
it
you.
with Charles Dickens cider.
Yeah.
Apple blend.
The apple blend. That's true.
I just want to say, like, bodice rippers as another name for a romance novel, and I just want to say that
that's a historical
if
romance
I was
novel.
wearing
Historical,
a bodice and somebody ripped it off of me, I would be very angry. They are not inexpensive.
Well, I mean, just
I
cut through
figured
the
you'd
ribbons.
feel released
Like,
because they're very
you-
tight.
Bodice
You had,
Technically,
looseners.
it's
you had
not-
better do it Silence of the Lambs style and hope that
Skirt
I
hiker.
don't get out of the well.
This is not a bodice ripper, technically, because it is not a historical romance. And this will be the first non-historical romance that I have read in a long time. Because mostly I do prefer historical romances.
I do have a historical romance, though, that I could recommend you to read. Also written by a friend of mine. Very good, actually.
So what you don't realize is that there's a whole bookshelf of historical romances sitting next to her.
I mean, so there can always be more books.
Thor's like, can I see them?
Oh wait, next to me? No, not next to me.
Yeah, they are next to. Well, they were next to you.
Thank you.
They
I'm
oh
very
no, they
excited.
have moved across to the other side of the house. Now
Is that where
next
all
to
the
me
where all
are
the
no.
really good Sleeping Beauty ones went?
I'm not sure you really want to see the books that are next to me right now. Some of them aren't so happy, I guess. I don't know. I mean, some of them are fine, like, you know, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But then I
have
have
that one.
like then I have this. Like
Wow.
so
Wow. She went all Sons of Anarchy on us all of a sudden.
and that is
Like he was literally in Sons of Anarchy, that guy.
for
There's the Mayans. What's going on with this?
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. This is not my romance shelf. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's
It
not where you
used to
keep your
be.
quad house forums or something.
I'm going to have to pillage your romance section next time I'm over there.
You're gonna
Like,
you're-
as opposed to my penthouse forums, I have quad house forums.
you listen,
Yeah.
and she's got a whole bookshelf you'd have to take home with you, Flora, is what it is.
I
You
have
distract her.
sex
I'll load it
house
in the back of my
forums-
car.
Forums.
I think it's called Pent Castle.
Nope.
Dear Pent Castle. I never thought
It's
this would
Princess
happen
Tower.
to me. Yeah, Dear
Like a
Princess
sexton.
Tower.
Isn't a sexton That's
Dear
That's
Princess
6, right?
Tower.
Dear Princess
I
Tower.
know
I
a
never
bunch of
thought this would happen
cheerleaders.
to me.
The end.
Rapunzel,
Oh my God.
Rapunzel, let down your pubic hair.
Oh yes, my goodness.
That's disgusting. There's-
It's interesting that that's the point where I crossed the line.
I just can't unimagine that, and I wish I could.
That's because the rest of it's all downloaded into your noggin to begin with. That's the one that's not in there yet. You're like, oh no, well maybe.
So this is the part where I guess I have one more thing that I want to open first.
Imagine that mental image in Geiger art.
I've been waiting to.
Dear Princess Tower, I moved into a roommate situation with 7 other men.
So,
They
wow.
were short.
Yes. So, wait a minute. Oh yeah, like Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. I get it.
Just took a
Did
minute.
that just happen?
Yeah.
Remember that thing where I said I wasn't going to drink?
Yeah. No, I'm totally.
Why, Felicia?
I am trying to open this last present before I pick probably an article. No, because this is from Lord Voivode, and I've been waiting to open it. I wanted to share it with you guys. I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, I know what this part is because I can see. So let's see. Can I get it close enough? There.
Tea? Oh my gosh.
They spelled puckin wrong.
They spelled puck ducking, rat pucking, ducking, duck pucking wrong. Oh yes, so this is obviously like tea bags with a little tea scoop, but the part that I haven't opened is this box that's here and the letter. So he always seals these letters with this cool seal. So that I always try to open very, very carefully.
I think the seals are called a tramp stamp.
What?
I was gonna
You know,
ask if it
he's
was a
out there in the
person.
audience, and you can just argue about it with him out there in the audience.
Seals are for clubbing.
Seals are for
No.
clubbing.
That's
Dang.
terrible.
Clubs are for clubbing. Seals are for sealing.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I got it.
So
Here we go. Let's see. Our ways are not your ways, and there shall be to you many strange. I'm reading the letter. So there shall be to you many strange things. Greetings to Fairy Princess Lolly, Crown Princess of the Kingdom of Storms, titles. I bid thee welcome and greetings this wonderful season. I hope this missive finds you and yours well and happy this winter season. Thank you for the lovely sweet treats that you sent over during this Samhain. I am carefully doling them out to myself as I still have plenty left over. Once again, thank you, Princess. As I was out wandering the local markets with no particular goal in mind, I came across a shop with an interesting collection of items for sale. Not all of the items were from the same seller. In fact, it was a collective of sorts. Now, Lord Voivode is out in Lilac City, so that's Spokane. And let's see. As I wandered the place, my eye fell upon a mug that instantly made me think of you. Uh-oh.
So
Whatever
they got
people
mugged.
say, this thing makes me think of you, or I saw something and I thought that would be perfect for you. I'm always worried because I'm not always sure what people think of me. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Along with a kit to make tea bags, from what I could gather. The packaging has some colorful language. So it does.
I saw you and I thought of teabagging.
That's what I was saying.
All right. Ever your most humble and faithful
Look,
servant.
famous Dana's got a bag of tea.
So here we go.
There's a bag of tea right there.
It
Famous
is
Dana's
from
got it.
the Cultured Crow is the name. Oh, yep. Okay, so here we go. I'm opening it now.
Are you going big in yourself?
Am I going to embiggen myself? Okay, let's see. Hold on, I can. There. I have to try to do everything backwards. And I don't know what's in here, so I don't want to.
It's backwards, not upside down.
It's
Gravity
all
doesn't
the
work
things,
different
and
on
I'm
camera.
not good at it. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it's like a potion mug.
That's really
Where am I
cute.
going to stick
like-
that? We are
it's
out
like-
of mug space.
The vessel and the pestle is
No.
the chalice and the pestle.
Thank you so much. I very much appreciate my new
Famous Dana's missing.
mug. It's my brew mug.
No one look. Famous Dana's missing.
Where'd she
Someone
go?
kidnapped her.
Famous Dana, come back.
By the way, we apparently missed some Victorian slang that somebody said in the comments, which was Cupid's kettle drums.
What's that?
Oh.
Well, he says a woman's attributes, which I don't know if that means.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Bongos?
By the way, Victorian
Laura-
smut is a trip.
Hang on. Flora was confirming is that was bongos is what that is, yeah? Okay, fair enough.
Whoa.
Molly, quit focusing so hard on the articles that your veins start bulging in your forehead. That's really
I have
weird.
to say, my favorite Victorian slang is bitch the pot. For the tea.
I was going to say I did have a whole page of Victorian slang, but as I said earlier, obviously my favorite is got the morbs.
Got the morbs. Is that like having the heebs?
Well, no, it's depression basically. It's feeling
I
down.
know, you already said that.
Well, then why did you ask? I just
Because she
assumed
wanted you to
weren't
say it
dumb.
again.
I just assumed you weren't smart and forgot. Why would you ask?
She's very smart. That doesn't mean she doesn't forget.
Yeah. By the way, you look very Cindy Lou Who tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Who put the wrapping paper on your noggin?
All the Who's down in Whoville, something a lot. Loved Christmas a lot.
So I don't even know what to read. Okay, I guess we're gonna have like okay. Wow, Flora, you find some exceptional articles.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna like have kind of maybe a Christmas
A Yule off.
a Yule off. Yes, like I guess that's
I
and
thought
let's
you
see.
said Yule log.
No, that's only when
Okay.
I go to the bathroom.
Whoa. No, I hate
Not a U log. A U log.
Okay.
There's an L.
so.
It's when somebody
Article
films
number
it.
1 for tonight is Jingle Bells, Eyebrow Arching History and Creation. So I assume that means the song Jingle Bells. It's Eyebrow Arching History and Creation. Versus Article number 2, Utah family transforms their home into a life-size gingerbread house.
Oh, that was Flora.
And so if
Flora
you
likes Utah for gingerbread
they have
families
a
for some
giant
reason.
oven in back that they stuff their kids into, as like, and next week on America's Most Wanted,
So I'm a little worried / excited that the history of Jingle Bells is sort of like the history of the man named Sax who
but
invented the saxophone.
Ion, start the timer. Start the timer.
I'm
Ion.
kind
Yes,
of
thank you.
disturbed that there's a Mormon family turning their house into made of ginger.
History of Jingle Bells number 1, Real Life Gingerbread House number 2. Put your votes into the comments now, everybody. Go.
Like
Oh,
wasn't
wait.
the guy who invented the saxophone like had an incredibly depressing life story? I mean,
Weren't you here
basically,
for that? Weren't
That
you
we
here
went
for
over
that?
on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so many people tried to kill him.
yeah.
For the record,
It-
the
it
Jingle
seemed like a
Bells
plot-
eye-arching history and creation is hilarious.
It seemed like time travelers kept trying to prevent the invention of the saxophone.
It actually breaks down the words for Jingle Bells. Just saying.
Goal?
Because Jingle Bell time is a swell time.
To rock the night away.
That's not the same
Indeed.
song. That's Jingle Bell.
At which point in the
Same
song
thing,
does
not
the
the
Joker
same.
get away with the Batmobile?
That's
After
not the
Batman
same
Snow.
song. That's Batman. No.
No.
Jingle Bells,
Batman
Batman
smells.
smells, Robin laid an egg, Batmobile lost a wheel, and Joker got away. Hey,
It's like I used to wonder if Batman would go na me.
Bruce Wayne.
No. See, Bruce Wayne, if you ask Bruce Wayne what Bruce Wayne's real name is, he'll say Batman.
Adam West.
Yeah, no, Adam West just sings his name in the theme of Edelweiss.
So time for
Adam West.
I'm Time is up. Time is up. Time is up. Up. Time is up. Time is up. Read the
Oh
damn
my gosh,
article.
waited to change this whole mood, Morbid. Goodness gracious.
Man, you are too cheerful, Morbid. Why don't you go get the Morbs or something?
If Morbid loses his Morbs,
He really went like this. Wolves.
Okay.
Wow.
It's 1 vote for 1 and 2 votes for 2. No, wait.
Hold on. One of those retracted and changed it to 1.
Yes, so I see 1 vote, 2 votes for 1, 2 votes for 2. That means you guys get to
no,
vote.
you
What do
see
you
2
vote
votes for
Flora?
1, 1 vote for 2. There's 2 for 1, 1 for 2.
No.
Yes.
2
Go
for
count.
there's 2 for 1. And,
Go count.
no, that's because this is the one that changed. Okay, my bad. 2 for 1, 1 for 2. Okay. Number 1 is the winner. Let's see, and that
They
one
clearly
is
want to know about Jingle Bells.
yes.
Dashing through the no. Quit singing this freaking song.
I just think about Natalie Portman doing
I kill you.
talking about doing all the snow at Harvard.
Whoa. We love you, Natalie. I want to puck you too.
It was on SNL. Let's see, here we go. Okay. So Jingle Bells, eyebrow arching, history and creation. Oh, cracked. This has got to be a good article. So, well, it's that time of year again, people. A time
It's a
when
real
going
article.
out
It's
to the
just how it's
shops
presented.
comes with that extra bit of dread because, good golly gosh, whatever holiday tune earworm will we have to wrestle from our heads for the rest of the day?
Whamageddon.
Wait, no one likes to find that out. I do. I love Christmas music. There's a whole station dedicated to just Santa music.
There's two, and they're both pre-programmed into the Land Dragon.
It's
so you can listen to them
Christmas
whenever you want.
time in the titties.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's quite a definitive list of songs we've collectively decided we just don't want to hear because every dang shop in the gosh dang world decided to play them ad nauseum looking at you last Christmas, making this list of oh my god, quit it songs is
that's
the jolly old
Whamageddon
classic.
one, yeah. Last Christmas is the Whamageddon one, then there's the
About
Mariah Carey one.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Because apparently that sounds like fun to some people.
First off, actually, wasn't that a Thanksgiving song, or am I thinking of the grandma song?
No, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
No, over the hills, through the woods, to grandmother's house we go.
That's Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah.
It is? I
The
don't know.
horse was
All I
away
know
to
is
carry
that
the
yes.
sleigh through the. There's nothing about Christmas in it. It's just about cold, getting there, eating some food.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh sounds like fun, actually. So, yes. Whoever
That's
wrote
because
this
you're
is
crazy.
definitely a humbug.
You are so cold. You would be like, I'm dying. Give me a
Why would anyone
fur.
want to be doing that? Are we dashing through heaps of compact ice crystals because we're fleeing a manger heist? That's really the only thing we can think of that will have us writer types laughing all the way. So, and before you say, oh, come on, it's a kid's song. Is it really? The lesser sung part of the lyrics surely puts that statement into question. Now the ground is white, go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight, sing the sleighing song. Get a bobtail bay, 244 his speed, and hitch him to an open sleigh, and you will you'll take the lead. Yeah, that sounds more like the advice of some old-timey pickup artist about impressing young women by taking them out to drag racing in the cold of night.
I was going to say it sounded like a Meatloaf song.
It's the musical version of Fast and the Furious with sleighs.
No, it sounds like Paradise by the Dashboard Light done in a sleigh.
You may think that's strange for being confused over a song that wants us to go gallivanting through the snow, all singing, but our confusion is justified because the Christmas tune doesn't even have anything to do with Christmas. At best, it's a winter song. For the North, at least, Lord knows why the Southern Hemisphere has to listen to all this jingling this time of year.
Because it's summer there.
So the head-scratching holiday standard was written by composer James Lord Pierpont, the would-be uncle of J.P. Morgan. Wow. during the 19th century, we're already not the biggest fans of this evangelical family in general. Neither was Pierpont, it seems, but in a different, more terrible way. The man was constantly distancing himself from those family members who were anti-slavery, unlike him. Wow. And at one point, he even left his first wife and children behind to start a new family in Savannah, Georgia, where he was also to be the organist of the local church. His God must have been so very proud. And if you think that maybe there's some redeeming factor coming any second now, then
Where's
think
your
again.
God now, Flanders?
Then think again. For the guy who wrote Jingle Bells was, of course, a staunch supporter of the Confederacy. During the Civil War, he signed on and served as the company clerk in the 1st Georgia Cavalry. And the guy who wrote about how fun it is to ride and sing some sleigh song in the snow also wrote Confederate anthems like "Strike for the South," "We Conquer or Die," and "Our Battle Flag." Fabulous.
Ruh-roh.
Anyway,
Fabulous. Anyway,
back to how we ended up being tortured once a year by this song about bells on bobtails that in modern times sounds more like the title of your cousin's viral OnlyFans video than a kid's Christmas song.
say that one more time in slow motion.
No, I was
It's
trying
for
to
the
follow it.
only Frolics page or something.
The only FAE page for your cousins there.
Only Faye.
Only phase. Let's see. According to historical reports, it seems that the song was first performed during a Thanksgiving church service. More surprising and also alarming
Wait,
is that
hold on.
what?
Why are you having a church service on Thanksgiving? Isn't that day about getting fat and watching football?
I would like to point out that Abraham Lincoln was the one who officially made it a holiday, so I'm going to say Confederates probably celebrated something else.
So
The great.
and also alarming is that it may have first been performed in blackface by a troupe of white men who called themselves the Ordways Aeolians. What's an Aeolian?
Well, it's like an
Well,
alien
you see,
with Olea.
the area around the. Oh.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Wait.
That's why you're my favorite, Flora. Just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying that.
So yeah,
I'm
it's
just
really
saying
enough to make us gladly listen to Mariah's Christmas song all day. Zanandi is ruining Christmas on Twitter too. You can follow her here.
I'm just saying that the fact that Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter was brought up during this is some serious business.
It was?
Yeah.
When?
Well, Camp Morbid brought Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter up.
Oh, I wasn't listening to him.
You know what Famous Dana was doing?
Alongside
She was taking a drink from a mug
Sensibilities
right
and
there.
Zombies.
Look, new mug.
What?
You're not even looking.
I love it. I love that mug so much.
You
It's
go,
so
Java.
festive.
Every time I see her with a new mug, I bring it up, and you're like, "Look, over here."
So there has to be a mug out there called Java the Hutt, right?
Java the Hutt.
There probably is, and she probably has it.
I swear to God, I was expecting for you to reach for one.
That would have been. She probably does.
Okay, so
Java the Finger Hut. That's where I shop for Christmas stuff.
You should read an article.
I am going to read an article.
She's reading
and
all sorts of articles
You
right
should
now.
read one of my
Or at
articles.
least the
The
title.
I ate a
the
taco.
next article
You should
battle
look
that
up
we
the
have
articles.
here is going to be the Dickens Balls GameCube controller is not safe for work. That this article is versus cock up as 3 giant stone penises are stolen from a shop.
Those are both my articles.
I was gonna say, Flora was putting her roosters out there for everybody to see right then.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to say, if you would like to hear about the GameCube controller, press number 1, and if you would like to hear about the cock up, press number 2.
I'm gonna tell you personally that you don't miss with either one of these articles.
I don't even know. Yeah, Ion, thank you for starting the timer.
I'm just saying.
If number 2 wins, then you just at least have to show the picture of number 1 at the end of the show.
Yeah, because even if it's blurred like it is in some of them.
I'm just trying to imagine how big were these giant phalluses, and what were people doing with them? Like, so let's just imagine
you are such
here
a
you
size
are,
princess.
you and your friends sneak into the place, and you get the 6-foot-tall giant concrete phallus, and it's very heavy, and you run, and what do? Like, is it a battering ram? Like, what are you gonna do with that thing? Like,
That's what
Does it have to do with
Yes,
normal
it is.
phalluses?
we're gonna make our own exit door, just ramming speed.
Just like any phallus.
What else do you think they do with wood?
Is a phallus in the palace?
There's always a phallus in the palace.
The phallus in
It
the
just
palace
depends
is
on what
the phallus
palace
that
you're
is
talking
true.
about.
Oh my goodness. Whew.
Are you wearing your nightgown? Are you ready for bed there, Flora?
It's an electric blanket.
Uh-huh. You look like it's nappy nap time.
I'm wearing my.
No, don't do it. Just get the nappy nap time going.
I think that
That's good.
whatever Flora's blanket is made out of is the same thing also that like my white shawl thing is made out of.
Whatever
let's
her
see.
blanket's made out of, I wish my underwears were made out of. They probably
Don't
have
we
those
all?
brown streaks in them.
We could
Just
probably
saying.
get you some. I mean, you know.
I
Those
Time's
are
up.
really hard to get clean.
All right,
Time's
so
up.
every single vote is for number 1. And so let's see. Wow. What? Really? Nuh-uh.
This Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very
Oh.
next day,
you took my giant
gave it
penis away.
This year,
I'll
The
give my giant rock
same
penis to
day.
somebody special.
I gave it to someone special.
Giant rock penis.
Stop saying that!
You know, if you're waiting to get someone
There's the
special with
picture
it,
right there. Say no more. There it is.
Does it actually
is that a pucking stick?
That is that actually falls under the mighty laws of testicles.
Why does
This
it look
modern masterpiece was crafted as a tournament prize for streamer Ludwig. Ludwig
Ludwig von
formerly
Big Balls.
of Twitch and now of YouTube Gaming won a small Among Us tournament a while back, and as his prize was offered the chance to receive a one-of-a-kind handmade GameCube controller. It could be anything he wanted, anything his heart desired. It could have been Among Us themed to commemorate his victory. It could have been based on Smash. It could have been covered in F-Zero livery. Livery?
Livery.
The possibilities were endless. Instead, he chose this, Dickens Balls.
Is
When
it
Michael-
or does the Dickens balls look like they have headlights?
I'm just saying that it does, but at the same time, only a gamer would request this.
Yeah.
It's kind of true. Like when Michael
I cannot
asked what
tell
kind
you
of
how many times I've gone through PvP sections of World of Warcraft and had somebody going the teabag route somewhere.
he wanted, Ogren responded, "Oh, I want a Dickens Balls." Confused, Michael tried to follow up with Ogren to make sure that he really wanted a controller made to look like a penis. I reached out to a few of his roommates and they were like, "Yeah, just run with it," he says. And so I did exactly that.
Just ran with it.
Exactly that.
That is definitely flesh colored. I used to have a car that was the same color as that. You know what it was oddly called?
Dickens
The-
balls?
The cock rocket.
Did it look like a rooster?
It simply appears to
Yes.
be a
Yes.
flesh-colored GameCube controller themed somewhere between Desert Combat and stretched human skin.
I
Flip
mean,
it over, however, and we see it in all its glory.
this just keep going. There
Oh
it
my
is.
God.
There it is.
Nuh-uh.
There it is. Hold it. Pause.
What?
I'm sorry. Is there
Carry
anyone in
on
our audience
now.
who doesn't know what a scrotum looks like? Please raise your hand if your scrotum.
I
That's
just,
not a
Scrotum.
scrotum. That's a balchinian.
It does look like a
Why?
Balchinian.
It does look like a Balchinian.
I
Do you
don't
need that
even
explained
know.
to you, Fairy Princess Lolly? Because, wow. Like
The-
somebody is like, I'm not putting that in plaster for you. It's not happening. And then they lost a bet, and it ended up in plaster anyway. So, to be fair, this looks less like a Nintendo GameCube controller and more like a Nintendo 64 controller because of the.
Oh yes, that's the thing. That's the detail that made you upset about this controller.
Not actual size, not to scale.
not to scale.
You know what? It's just. Can you imagine? One night, the girl gets mad at you, tired of you playing the video games, grabs the scissors and cuts you off.
Yeah,
Cut
but
your cords. Yeah, you don't want your cords cut on your controller.
I would be very upset. Okay, so like, there's a life I led before I grew horns. I'm just saying, Persephone.
Those were dark times.
There were. That's why I'm now horny.
You've always been.
I mean,
What?
what?
I don't know.
Juice.
He just doesn't always show them.
What?
His horns. He's got
What?
horns.
I
Yeah,
think they're
I know,
horns.
right? Gunther actually has horns.
What?
I don't even know what I'm looking at right now.
How about a spoon?
My spoon's too big.
No. Well,
Please
that's
tell me
yes.
it's-
I
I'm a
see your
banana.
spoon. So I decided that I wanted to see this other one about like the giant penises being stolen.
The phallus. The phallus and the
that's
palace. Laura knows all about it.
Pencil
She
with the
told us
pencil?
about earlier. That is
Well-
actually, yeah, I remember that. I remember that mug very well now.
So I
Whoa!
looked it up. I
That
looked it up
looks like
anyway,
Forest Farm.
and I was like, I kind of want to read this article anyway. And since we've already like broken the wall that like we've
So we
we've
are
already
not being
gone.
monetized this week, folks.
Yeah, like that's it. I'm pretty sure YouTube's gonna take all of our advertising off
They're
of
like,
this
Merry
show.
Christmas.
What the flock?
But this is what gets me about this, right? So
Shop at
before I even walk into the
AdamandEve.com.
article, the picture that we're looking at here is a picture of a sidewalk with like a row of giant penises that like
What's
are
wrong? He has his in a
It's
row.
called- sorry, when they're in a group,
Yes.
like that, they're called an entourage.
okay. Well, he's got
An
his.
called a
entourage of
murder.
penises.
I believe they're there so a car can't make it all the way to the shop.
I guess that what I'm saying is, I wonder how all the other neighbors around this particular business feel
You know
about
how they
this
feel?
to
They
be.
feel like this. They feel like this. Oh.
Maybe they feel inadequate.
They feel
Oh.
like it's a tall tale.
See,
That's
what they
feel
don't
like.
show you is the other side of the street is just vaginas.
Or
I'm
at least,
still saying, like,
the red brass nipples.
so these three giant penis-shaped garden ornaments have been snatched
Yes, I
from
bet they
the
have.
shop, which hit the headlines after the owner refused to remove one of the obscene statues from his window display. Jason Hadlow, 58, owner of Simply Dutch in Leeming Bar, North Yorkshire, was forced to look on as his beloved 4-foot masonry manhood was
They're called
seized
bollards.
following complaints from the public. But the defiant businessman declined to pay the $80 fine to have the stone sculpture returned to him, and instead ordered 150 more from Indonesia.
Oh, Jesus.
Your stone sculpture reminded me of the babe. What babe? The babe that had with the chick.
The incident led him to launching the Free Willy campaign, with pictures of concrete penises appearing
Wait.
online in various locations.
Wait.
North Yorkshire
Hold on,
police
stop.
eventually
Hold on one
tried
moment.
Stop.
If you can order these penises from where did they say? Thailand?
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Thank you.
With
Indonesia.
the Free Willy campaign.
Do they deliver in time for Christmas?
I'm wondering how many of these are backed up and shipping on ships offshore waiting to be delivered.
Yeah. Flora, how many did you buy?
3.
Okay.
Bullets? Nice.
Boxes or just 3?
You just have to wait and see.
Shipping has to be a pain.
Oh.
So, North Yorkshire police eventually bowed to pressure and released the statue to the shop. But now, 11 years later, the final 3 ornaments were stolen around 10 p.m. on Monday night. Thieves also took 5 cast iron stags, 5 concrete dogs, and 5 concrete dogs. And a partridge in a pear
exactly what I was thinking.
Who lives in the town of Yarm.
I'm not afraid
this
of
is
Yarm.
like a garden statue of some sort. I can't believe anyone would want to steal some concrete willies, the shop owner said.
I can. I would totally steal
a concrete Woody. Sorry, raise
Willie,
your hand to
not
believe somebody
Woody,
would steal a
Willie.
concrete Woody.
Willie, not Woody.
Woody.
They were
Willie.
sentimental to me. It was a big story at the time. I'll probably not see anything like them again. I'm a bit sad, but ultimately we weren't selling them. I hope they will get some use out of them. I can't imagine what. The statue.
Really? Really?
The Bullards.
Nobody
That is
believes
a great
you,
picture
man.
right there. That is an amazing
Remember
picture.
when we said inadequacy?
It is an amazing
There you
picture.
go.
That's a way to throw your back out.
And now it's 9:37, folks.
I mean, I'm just saying, those were excellent pictures. And if I would totally have one of those in my garden. I would.
It's totally a way to get kicked out of your condominium.
Yeah.
That's totally a way not to have a condom that fits.
I wonder if you
That's a great way not to host the Bridge Club.
not to host. Yes. So I guess there's that.
Let me make a reminder to all people watching. Concrete is porous.
Yeah, there's a lot of like both concrete and natural minerals that you should not use in that way.
And now it's 9:39.
Yes, it is 9:38 on my end. That basically brings us to the end of the show. You guys remember, today's magic word is Hobbs Mob. Put it in the comments after the show on YouTube, and you will be entered to win this magic wand. Woohoo! Yes, this secret compartment magic wand, along with 4 tickets, up to 4 tickets to the
Which is also porous.
Kentucky Renaissance Fair 2022. So, I think with that said, it's Wednesday. I will see you guys here on Friday. We actually have an Irish author who will be joining us on the show. And then on Saturday, we will be down in Portland for the PDX Zoo Lights and taking our group picture for next year's holiday card, as well as for the Guild of Fae. So
hopefully we live through it and don't come back as popsicles.
Yes, but I also got
Depends
tickets
on
to
how
ride the
rainy and
merry-go-round.
snowy it is.
I was advised that riding the train was also a very good ride. That's what I was told. And now I'm like, what? Do I have to get train tickets too? And do all the things? I don't know. So there's that. What? Stop saying my name. I hear you.
It's cold outside.
Okay. Hit the like and subscribe button, you guys, and I will see you all on Friday. Good night. Count Morbid.
Marley was dead to begin with. There is no doubt whatever about that. The register of his burial, signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it, and Scrooge's name was good upon change. What? Go away.
Hello, friends. This is Gone for Hammerhands. Thank you for checking out Fairy Princess Lolly's channel. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Use your troll hammer to ring that little bell icon to get notifications when she posts future videos. And if you'd like to support these magical creations, fly over to our Patreon and join the Fairy